Hey everyone, back for another video here. 2019 Ford Edge ST. I wanted to go ahead and hook up a crossover to my aftermarket subwoofer install. So I figured I'd make a video because there's not really anything out there to show people how to do it. First thing is, if you're looking for switched power, you come here to the fuse box. Fuse number 29 is switched power. You can get yourself a fuse tap and just kind of plug into that. I did end up having to cut the cover, so the cover would go back on. I just used a Dremel tool. It's not exactly the cleanest looking thing, but it works. Next, go ahead and come over here to where you penetrate the firewall. If you look down in here, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a penetration back in here. It's got a grommet on it, so you kind of have to pull the grommet back and then make sure to protect your wires as you're going through, as to not destroy your wires later in the future. That's where the penetration is to get through the firewall. That comes out on the other side behind your glove box. So you pull your glove box down, and if you look back up in here, you can see where that blue remote wire and the red power wire are coming through. From there, it's pretty simple. You just pull some panels. I don't have them pulled right now, but this one pulls off, and then you just route the power wire and the ground underneath that. These panels pull off really easy just with a panel puller. Just go down to Harbor Freight or Crutchfield and get yourself one, and then you kind of just route along through here. Make sure you pull the panels for that, and then back in here you pull the panel again, route your wire. The trickiest part is getting it under the seat. What I ended up having to do was I actually lifted the seat back up, and then once the seat's up, it kind of takes some pressure off of this, and you can kind of slide it right underneath the seat and then slide it right underneath, you can't see, but that plastic piece right there, you can kind of just push it up underneath there, and then they'll come out behind the seat right back here. I put my ground back in here. It's pretty difficult to find a ground location in this car. This one is pretty decent. I feel like I'm getting feedback from it, so you may not want to use that. You may want to find a different spot. You come back here to the back and want to see what the back of the car looks like with everything pulled. This is kind of it. This is with the floorboard removed. It's just kind of sitting on top of two styrofoam pieces. I have one here, another one sitting over here. If you pull the styrofoam piece, it's just some metal underneath there. On the left hand side, you have your factory amp. You have a couple grounds back in here that you can hook up to if you need to. You also, on your right hand side, have where the factory sub goes. I pulled the factory sub. Originally, I took the factory sub 8 out of there and put in a shallow mount 8, and it still sounded like trash. I went ahead and just bought the JL Stealth 10. It sounds way better. And JL actually has a really good set of instructions on their website on how to pull all these panels and everything. It's a PDF. You can just download it if you want. If you want a little more instruction on what things look like. This back here, there's kind of a cover piece that goes right here that you'll see. There's 2 snaps. There's one right here, and there's one over here. You just pull those 2, and then you can just pop the panel off with a panel puller. Panel pullers look something like this. Like I said, you get them at Crutchfield or Harbor Freight, whatever. And that's kind of what it's like back here once you start pulling some panels on your ST. All right, hope you enjoy.